Unveiling Aristotle. 5 shocking effects on the world. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the life of one of history's greatest philosophers, Aristotle, and uncovering 5 shocking effects his life had on the world. Born in ancient Greece in 384 BC, Aristotle's influence on Western thought is almost impossible to overstate. He wasn't just a philosopher, he was a polymath, a master of knowledge across a vast array of subjects. We're talking logic, physics, biology, ethics, politics, you name it. Aristotle probably had something to say about it. So buckle up, get ready for a mind-expanding journey as we explore the life and times of this intellectual titan and uncover how his ideas continue to shape our world today. Aristotle, the godfather of modern science. You might be thinking, wait a minute, wasn't Aristotle proven wrong about a lot of things? And you wouldn't be entirely wrong. For example, he thought the Earth was the center of the universe. But here's the thing about Aristotle. He was one of the first to champion observation and systematic study of the natural world. He didn't just sit around and think big thoughts. He went out there and looked at stuff. He was a meticulous observer of animals, dissecting them, classifying them, and essentially laying the groundwork for the field of biology. His work on animal anatomy and behavior remained largely unmatched for centuries, and it wasn't just biology. He dabbled in physics too. Sure, his ideas about motion and gravity were eventually superseded by the likes of Galileo and Newton, but you got to give the man credit for trying to figure out how things moved. Aristotle's emphasis on empirical evidence, on actually going out and looking at the world, was revolutionary. It was a radical departure from the purely philosophical musings of his predecessors, and it laid the foundation for the scientific method that we still use today. But let's dive a bit deeper. Aristotle's contributions weren't just limited to the natural sciences. He also made significant strides in the realm of logic and reasoning. His work on syllogism, a form of logical argument, became a cornerstone of Western logical thought. He believed that logical reasoning was essential for understanding the world, and this belief influenced countless philosophers and scientists who came after him. His ideas on ethics, politics, and metaphysics also left a lasting impact, shaping the intellectual landscape of the Western world. So, while it's true that some of Aristotle's scientific theories were eventually proven wrong, his approach to studying the world was groundbreaking. He laid the groundwork for future scientists to build upon, and his influence can still be felt in various fields of study today. Aristotle's legacy is a testament to the power of observation, critical thinking, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. He may not have gotten everything right, but his methods and ideas paved the way for the scientific advancements that followed. In the end, Aristotle's work was a radical departure from the purely philosophical musings of his predecessors, and it laid the foundation for the scientific method that we still use today. His contributions to various fields of study have left an indelible mark on the history of human thought. Logic 101. You can thank Aristotle for that. Let's talk about logic, the art of thinking clearly and making sound arguments. It's a skill that we often take for granted, but it's absolutely essential in our daily lives. You know, the kind of thinking that helps you win arguments on the internet, or better yet, avoid them altogether. It's the backbone of critical thinking and problem solving. Aristotle is widely considered the father of formal logic. His contributions laid the groundwork for how we approach reasoning and argumentation today. He developed a system of reasoning that allowed him to analyze arguments, identify fallacies, and construct sound conclusions. This system was revolutionary at the time and remains influential. We're talking syllogisms, deductive reasoning, the whole 9 yards. These tools are still used in modern education and various professional fields. Before Aristotle, logic was kind of a free-for-all, but he came along and said, hold on, there are rules to this thinking thing. He brought structure and clarity to the chaos. And thank goodness he did. His structured approach to logic has been a guiding light for thinkers throughout history. His work on logic wasn't just some abstract philosophical exercise. It had a profound impact on the development of mathematics, science, law, and pretty much every field that requires clear analytical thinking. His influence is everywhere. So the next time you're crafting a killer argument, remember to thank Aristotle for giving you the tools to do it. His legacy lives on in every logical thought we have. Chapter 3. The Politics of Aristotle, still relevant today. Aristotle didn't shy away from the messy world of politics. He was deeply engaged in understanding the complexities and nuances of political life. He dove right in, analyzing different forms of government from monarchies to democracies and everything in between. Aristotle meticulously examined the strengths and weaknesses of each system, offering insights that are still studied today. He believed that the purpose of government was to promote the common good, to create a just and equitable society for all citizens. Sounds pretty good, right? Aristotle's vision was one where the state played a crucial role in ensuring the well-being of its people. His ideas about citizenship, justice, and the rule of law had a profound impact on the development of Western political thought. These concepts became foundational principles that influenced countless political systems and philosophies. His writings influenced everyone from the framers of the US Constitution to modern-day political philosophers. The echoes of his thoughts can be seen in the debates and discussions that shape our world today. Now, it's important to note that Aristotle wasn't perfect. Like all historical figures, he was a product of his time, and his views were shaped by the context in which he lived. He lived in a very different time, and some of his views on slavery and the role of women would be considered abhorrent today. These aspects of his philosophy remind us that even great thinkers have their flaws. But despite these flaws, his work on politics remains a cornerstone of Western civilization, a testament to the enduring power of his ideas. Aristotle's contributions continue to inspire and challenge us, proving that his thoughts are still relevant in our quest for a better society. Chapter 4. Aristotle, the original teacher. Ever wonder where our modern education system came from? Well, you can trace its roots back to, you guessed it, Aristotle. He founded his own school, the Lyceum, which became a model for institutions of higher learning for centuries to come. He believed in a well-rounded education, one that encompassed not just philosophy, but also science, mathematics, the arts, and physical education. Aristotle emphasized the importance of critical thinking, observation, and hands-on learning. He believed that students learn best by engaging with the world around them. His ideas about education were revolutionary in his time and continue to influence the way we teach and learn today. So the next time you're stuck in a boring lecture, just remember it could be worse. You could be learning by rote memorization like they did before Aristotle came along. Chapter 5. Aristotle's Guide to Being a Good Human. In a world often driven by self-interest and instant gratification, Aristotle's ethical teachings offer a timeless guide to living a virtuous and fulfilling life. He believed that true happiness, or eudaimonia, wasn't about fleeting pleasures, but about living a life of purpose and meaning, a life guided by reason and virtue. Aristotle's concept of virtue ethics, which emphasizes the development of good character traits like courage, honesty, and generosity, continues to resonate with philosophers and ethicists today. He argued that by cultivating these virtues, we could live more fulfilling lives, build stronger communities, and create a more just and equitable world. Sure, it's not always easy to be virtuous, but as Aristotle might say, that's kind of the point. The pursuit of virtue is a lifelong journey, one that challenges us to be our best selves. Outro: Aristotle's enduring legacy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into the lives of history's greatest minds. From science and logic to politics, education, and ethics, Aristotle's influence on Western thought is undeniable. His ideas, though centuries old, continue to shape the way we think, learn, and live our lives. So the next time you encounter a complex argument, marvel at the diversity of the natural world, or ponder the meaning of a virtuous life, remember the legacy of Aristotle, the philosopher who dared to explore the universe with his mind, and whose ideas continue